She's more than just the wife of a billionaire, she's a mystery wrapped in luxury. From extravagant estates to high-fashion moments, the life of Melania Trump is a world few ever get to see up close. But behind the designer gowns and private jets, there's a story, one of influence, quiet power, and a carefully curated public image. What does her day-to-day life really look like? How does she navigate the elite circles of power and wealth? And what does it truly mean to be the wife of Donald Trump? Step inside the billionaire lifestyle of Melania Trump, where money is no object, privacy is everything, and the world is always watching. This is a life most can only dream of, and we're about to pull back the curtain. Donald Trump's life is a saga of triumph, ambition, and unshakable confidence, one that has captivated America for decades. But behind the man who built an empire stands three remarkable women, each leaving an undeniable mark on his journey. Ivana Trump, Marla Maples, and Melania Trump weren't just his wives. They were pillars of the Trump dynasty, shaping his legacy in ways few realize. And wait until you hear about the last one, it's a twist you won't see coming. Our story begins with Ivana Trump, the woman who helped build Donald's billion-dollar empire from the ground up. Born in 1949 in Zlín, Czech Republic, Ivana wasn't just a glamorous socialite, she was a powerhouse. As Donald's first wife, she played a crucial role in his business empire, co-managing major projects like Trump Tower and the Plaza Hotel throughout the 1980s. She wasn't just in the background, she was in the boardroom, making deals, running operations, and helping turn Trump's name into a brand synonymous with wealth and success. With a net worth of $100 million and lavish properties spanning New York, Miami, and France, Ivana embodied the bold, extravagant spirit of the 80s. But she wasn't just about power and money, she was a pop culture icon, known for her resilience, business acumen, and striking ability to juggle both her career and motherhood. But this is only the beginning. The next woman in Trump's life brought a whirlwind of drama, love, and controversy. Stay tuned because this story is about to take a dramatic turn. Ivana Trump wasn't just a business mogul, she had a heart for giving back. Beyond her towering achievements, she was deeply involved in philanthropy, supporting children's charities and donating proceeds from her ventures to causes she truly cared about. But her life would take a dramatic turn in 1976, when a chance encounter at a fashion show would set the stage for one of New York's most powerful love stories. That night, she met Donald Trump, a young and ambitious real estate mogul on the rise. Their chemistry was instant, and by 1977, they were husband and wife partners, not only in love but in business. Together, they became the power couple of New York City. While Donald was making headlines for his aggressive expansion in Manhattan's real estate market, Ivana was right there beside him, playing a crucial role in shaping the Trump brand. She wasn't just a trophy wife, she was a force. Her fingerprints were all over Trump's biggest projects. She played a key role in developing Trump Tower, the skyscraper that became the ultimate symbol of wealth and power, permanently stamping the Trump name on the city's skyline. But Ivana's influence didn't stop at luxury real estate. She was deeply involved in Trump's business empire, holding senior executive roles that made her a dominant figure in the industry. At the height of their empire, Ivana was appointed CEO of Trump's castle, ran operations at the Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City, and even had a hand in designing the interiors of the Grand Hyatt Hotel and Trump Tower, her signature style evident in every luxurious detail. But then came the scandal that rocked New York. In 1990, Ivana and Donald's high-profile divorce dominated headlines, captivating the media and the public alike. Despite the breakup, their split remained relatively amicable, with Ivana continuing to support her ex-husband publicly. And while the marriage ended, Ivana walked away with a $14 million settlement, a 45-room Connecticut mansion, an apartment at Trump Plaza, and substantial child support. But she wasn't done building her empire. Rather than fading into the background, Ivana reinvented herself, launching successful clothing, jewelry, and beauty lines that became bestsellers on TV shopping networks like QVC. She also became a best-selling author, writing multiple books and even penning an advice column, Ask Ivana, for Globe magazine. Through it all, her greatest legacy remained her three children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric Trump, each of whom would go on to make their own mark in the world. Ivana Trump wasn't just a businesswoman, a socialite, or a former wife of a billionaire. She was a trailblazer, a survivor, and a legend in her own right. And yet the Trump love story was far from over, because after Ivana, another woman would step into Donald's life and shake things up in a way no one saw coming. Ivana Trump wasn't just a business mogul or a glamorous socialite, she was a mother who never backed down. Fiercely independent and endlessly driven, She raised her children to be just as strong, ambitious, and resilient as she was. Her influence is undeniable. Her eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., has followed closely in his father's footsteps. As executive vice president of the Trump Organization, he oversees global real estate projects and investments, helping expand the family empire. But beyond business, he's a powerful conservative voice, actively supporting his father's political campaigns and making waves in the political arena. With an estimated net worth of $350 million, he's carved out his own identity in the world of business and politics. Then there's Ivanka Trump, a woman who built a brand of her own. She launched the Ivanka Trump collection, a successful fashion and jewelry empire, and became a force in business and politics alike. Her influence stretches far beyond the Trump name, with a staggering net worth of $800 million to prove it. Meanwhile, Eric Trump took a different path, channeling his efforts into philanthropy. As the founder of the Eric Trump Foundation, he has raised millions of dollars for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, making a lasting impact on children's healthcare. Like his siblings, he also played a pivotal role in campaigning for his father's presidency, helping shape the political movement that shook the nation. And at the heart of it all was Ivana Trump, the matriarch, who instilled in them the values of hard work, independence, and resilience. Even at the height of her career, she never lost sight of what mattered most. In her memoir, Raising Trump, she wrote, "Even when I was very busy, I always had breakfast with my kids every morning. It was a simple ritual, but one that spoke volumes. She was more than just a mother, she was their greatest mentor, their strongest advocate, and the force that shaped them into the figures they are today." Her legacy lives on, not just in her children, but in the empire and ideals she helped build. Ivana Trump was the embodiment of strength, elegance, and devotion, not just to business, but to her family. She once shared a glimpse into her life as a mother. "I would have dinner with my children every night, help them with their homework, and then slip into my Versace dress to attend a charity event. It was a reminder that no matter how demanding life became, family always came first." Ivana instilled in her children a love for reading, social engagement, and above all, an unshakable drive for success. These values became the foundation that shaped Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric Trump into the powerful figures they are today. But her journey was far from easy. Even after enduring a highly publicized and dramatic divorce, Ivana remained fiercely devoted to her children. She was their guiding force, their protector, and their greatest role model. Her children never hesitated to express their deep admiration for her. Ivanka described her mother as wonderful, charming, warm, and funny. To Ivanka and her brothers, she wasn't just Donald Trump's business partner, she was the glue that held them together, a mother who never backed down from life's challenges. Ivana Trump's life was a testament to resilience, ambition, and strength. Behind the glamour, beyond the headlines, she was the woman who helped shape one of the most powerful families in America. And though her marriage to Donald Trump ended, the empire they built together remains as formidable as ever. But even legends have their final chapter. In 2022, Ivana Trump tragically passed away at the age of 73 after a fall down the stairs in her Manhattan home. Her death sent shockwaves through the family she had worked so hard to build. Donald Trump and their children honored her in both life and legacy. At her funeral, surrounded by loved ones, it became clear that Ivana's impact would never fade. She left behind an estimated $34 million fortune, most of which was passed down to her children, the very people she dedicated her life to raising. And then there was Dorothy Curry, the woman who had been there from the beginning. More than just a nanny, she was family, a constant presence in the Trump household, standing by Ivana's side through the highs and lows. Ivana Trump may be gone, but her legacy lives on through her children, through the empire she helped build, and through the indelible mark she left on history. Ivana Trump wasn't just a mother, she was a mentor, a guide, and a woman who knew the value of loyalty. Among the many people who played a role in her life, one stood out in a special way: Dorothy Curry, the longtime Trump family nanny. Their bond went beyond duty. Ivana loved Dorothy like a daughter. In her memoir, Raising Trump, Ivana wrote, "Dorothy was the most amazing woman I have ever met. She taught my children valuable lessons." Even in her final moments, Ivana's legacy of love and strength remained undeniable. Rest in peace, Ivana, a wonderful mother, a fearless woman, and an icon in her own right. But as one chapter closes, another begins. Enter Marla Maples, the beauty queen who would take the Trump story in an entirely new direction. From pageant star to philanthropist. If Ivana Trump was the businesswoman who helped shape Donald Trump's empire, Marla Maples was the free spirit who brought a new kind of energy to his life. Known for her beauty, grace, and deep commitment to philanthropy, Marla's journey was anything but ordinary. Born in 1963 in Cahouta, Georgia, Marla was raised in an athletic family, excelling as a skier before stepping into the world of modeling and entertainment. She didn't just pose for cameras, she shined on Broadway and even made her mark in Hollywood. But fate had bigger plans. In 1985, a 22-year-old Marla Maples crossed paths with Donald Trump for the first time. Their connections simmered beneath the surface for years, but by 1989, their relationship became the talk of New York's elite. Then came Aspen, Colorado, a vacation that would change everything. Just a few years later, in true Trump fashion, the two tied the knot in an extravagant wedding at the Plaza Hotel in New York City. The event was nothing short of spectacular. 1,000 guests, 17 television networks covering the ceremony, and 90 photographers capturing every moment. But behind the glitz and glamour, Marla Maples had a story of her own, one that went far beyond being Donald Trump's wife. And that story is just beginning. When Donald Trump and Marla Maples tied the knot, it wasn't just a wedding, it was a spectacle. No expense was spared, no detail overlooked. The lavish celebration at the Plaza Hotel was a feast fit for kings, featuring $60,000 worth of caviar, an indulgent spread of sushi, smoked fish, lamb, beef and turkey, and a wedding cake that towered nearly 2 meters high. But the real showstopper? The bride herself. Marla Maples, stunned in a white satin Carolina Herrera gown, perfectly complemented by an exquisite diamond crown, reportedly worth $2 million, encrusted with 325 sparkling diamonds. Their wedding registry overflowed with luxurious gifts, totaling $23,000 in high-end presents. And among the star-studded guest list, icons like Mariah Carey, boxing mogul Don King, and legendary talk show host Howard Stern. Yet even as the world fixated on the grandeur of their wedding, something even more significant had happened just 2 months earlier. Marla Maples had given birth to Tiffany Trump, the couple's only daughter. Long before she became Mrs. Trump, Marla Maples had already made a name for herself. Born with natural charm and talent, she was crowned homecoming queen at Northwest Whitfield High School, where she also excelled in sports and leadership. After a brief stint at the University of Georgia, she set her sights on the entertainment world, and she didn't just step into it, she owned it. Marla quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a respected actress, television personality, and producer, a woman who refused to be just another socialite. But her story was far from over. While her marriage to Donald Trump put her in the global spotlight, it was her philanthropy, personal reinvention, and commitment to living a meaningful life that truly set her apart. And what happened next? Well, that's where things get even more interesting. With undeniable charm and relentless determination, Marla Maples carved her own path to stardom. She first dazzled in the beauty pageant world, winning titles like Miss Resaca Beach Poster Girl and Miss Hawaiian Tropic. But her ambitions stretched far beyond the runway. She set her sights on Hollywood, proving that she was more than just a pretty face. Her performances in films like Executive Decision and Happiness showcased her versatility and natural talent, earning her respect in the entertainment industry. A voice beyond the screen. But acting wasn't her only passion. Marla ventured into music and radio, using her platform to spread positivity and inspire others. Her album, The Endless, and her radio show, Awakening with Marla, reflected her deep commitment to personal growth, happiness, and well-being. She also became a familiar face on television, making appearances in hit shows like Spin City and The Nanny. Then in 2016, she took on a new challenge, Dancing with the Stars, where she wowed audiences with her energy and elegance. Despite her success, Marla's greatest role was being a mother. When her marriage to Donald Trump ended in 1999, she made a life-changing decision to put her daughter Tiffany above all else. She dedicated herself to raising Tiffany in a loving, nurturing environment, away from the constant glare of the spotlight. That choice paid off. Today, Tiffany Trump has built a name for herself, working with luxury brands and making strategic investments in real estate. She has stepped into her own success, following in the footsteps of both her parents, but blazing her own trail. And as for Marla, her journey is proof that beauty fades, fame comes and goes, but true success is measured by the legacy you leave behind. With a net worth of $10 million, Tiffany Trump is more than just a name. She's a woman carving out her own success. She owns a $1.5 million condo in New York and has access to a portfolio of luxurious family properties, reflecting the values of financial independence and smart investments instilled in her from a young age. Her presence in high-profile circles is undeniable. She has been photographed alongside renowned personalities and has attended some of the most exclusive events in the world. For Marla Maples, there is no greater pride than seeing her daughter thrive. Even as Marla remained a recognizable figure in entertainment, she built a legacy far beyond Hollywood. Her heart has always been in giving back. She actively supports Lyme disease awareness and has worked with organizations like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, helping bring joy to children battling critical illnesses. She also lends her voice to Kids Creating Peace, a foundation dedicated to fostering understanding among children from different backgrounds. Through her grace and generosity, Marla not only built a meaningful career, but also set an example for Tiffany, one that emphasized compassion, kindness, and the responsibility to uplift others. But as one chapter of the Trump story unfolds, another begins. Enter Melania Trump. The supermodel turned first lady, with timeless elegance and quiet strength, Melania Trump stepped into the Trump dynasty with her own unique grace and influence. From the glamorous world of runways and fashion to the distinguished role of first lady, she brought a new era of sophistication and devotion to the family legacy. The third and final wife in Donald Trump's storied love life, Melania Trump, brought a unique blend of elegance, mystery, and quiet strength to the Trump legacy. Before she became the First Lady of the United States, she was Melania Knaus, born in 1970 in Novo Mesto, Slovenia. From a small town in Eastern Europe to the grand halls of the White House, her rise to fame is nothing short of extraordinary. A supermodel and high-demand Melania didn't just enter the modeling world, she dominated it. Her striking European beauty and poised, effortless grace made her a favorite among elite photographers like Patrick Demarchelier and Bruce Weber, who captured her in some of the most iconic fashion campaigns of the era. She graced the covers of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, GQ, and New York Magazine, securing her place among the most sought-after models in the world. But Melania wasn't just another pretty face. She was fluent in 5 languages, her native Slovenian, along with English, French, Serbian, and German, giving her an undeniable edge in the international fashion scene. By the age of 18, she signed with a prestigious modeling agency in Milan, Italy, launching a career that would eventually lead her to New York City, the city where fate would introduce her to Donald Trump. With a net worth of over $70 million, Melania transformed from a global supermodel to an entrepreneurial powerhouse. But her biggest role was yet to come, one that would place her in the global spotlight in an entirely new way. Her journey wasn't just about fashion, fame, or fortune. It was about grace under pressure, loyalty, and stepping into history as one of the most intriguing first ladies the world has ever seen. Melania Trump wasn't just another pretty face in the fashion world, she was a global phenomenon. With her grace, elegance, and striking beauty, she quickly caught the attention of top designers and became a sought-after figure at prestigious fashion events in Paris and Milan. Her modeling career wasn't just about posing in front of a camera. She brought substance and sophistication to every project she touched. Melania appeared in high-profile advertising campaigns for iconic brands like Chanel, Versace, and Christian Dior, solidifying her place in the elite circles of the fashion industry. In 1992, she was even named second place in the Slovenian Face of the Year contest, a sign of her growing prominence in the fashion world. Her journey took a major turn in 1996 when she was discovered by renowned modeling agent Paolo Zampoli and brought to New York City, where her career skyrocketed. She became a staple on magazine covers, and in 2000, she was featured in Sports Illustrated's swimsuit edition, a significant milestone that only further elevated her status, building a brand beyond fashion. But Melania's vision went far beyond the runway. In 2005, after marrying Donald Trump, she launched her own personal brand, one that reflected both her style and savvy business sense. She introduced Melania timepieces and jewelry, a collection she personally designed, which became a symbol of her elegance and entrepreneurial spirit. But that wasn't the end of her journey. In 2010, Melania took her business to the next level with the launch of Melania Mark, a luxury skincare line that expanded her income stream and reinforced her growing empire. From runway superstar to entrepreneurial icon, Melania Trump continues to carve out a legacy that combines grace, ambition, and intelligence, a journey that's only gaining momentum. Melania Trump was more than just a supermodel, she became one of the fashion industry's top chameleons. With a rare ability to transform from the elegant bride gracing the cover of high-end fashion magazines to the sultry star in a luxury perfume commercial, she captured the imagination of the world. Her path would soon lead her to Donald Trump, but their meeting wasn't in the boardrooms or exclusive galas you might expect. In 1998, they crossed paths at a fashion party in New York when Donald was still married to Marla Maples. What began as a long courtship soon blossomed into a grand romance. In 2005, Melania and Donald tied the knot at his Palm Beach estate, marking her first wedding and his third. The event wasn't just a celebration of love, it was an affair of the century. The guest list read like a who's who of the world's rich and powerful: Hillary Clinton, Oprah Winfrey, and a host of A-list celebrities and political giants. Melania stunned the crowd in a breathtaking Christian Dior gown worth a staggering $100,000. Every detail, from the luxurious flowers to the extravagant wedding cake, was captured by the media, cementing their wedding as a moment in history. A decade later, Donald surprised Melania with an upgrade, a 20-carat diamond to mark their 10th wedding anniversary, raising the stakes on both their marriage and their extravagance. But even as a wife, mother, and first lady, Melania didn't step away from her career. She continued to model, launched her own jewelry line on QVC, and even developed a luxury skincare line infused with the finest caviar. Melania Trump's journey has been one of style, grace, and unmatched ambition, and it's clear she's only just getting started. Melania Trump's journey didn't stop at being a supermodel and first lady. She continued to carve out her own legacy. Her ambition and vision were evident as she took on new ventures, like receiving $155,000 from the Make America Great Again PAC. But that was just the beginning. In 2021, she made waves by launching her own NFT collection, surprising many. Her debut piece, Melania's Vision, sold for nearly $200,000, marking her as a serious player in the world of digital art and cryptocurrency. But Melania's influence extends far beyond digital art. She's also made a name for herself in the luxury car world. Her multi-million-dollar collection includes iconic vehicles like the Mercedes 220C Aponte, a Cadillac, and a $500,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom. And when it comes to real estate, Melania's portfolio is just as impressive. From a luxurious penthouse in Trump Tower to prime properties in her native Slovenia, her strategic investments demonstrate her keen eye for financial growth and independence. In 2006, Melania and Donald welcomed their son, Barron Trump, a moment that shifted Melania's focus to something even more important: motherhood. As a devoted mother, Melania has always put Barron's health and education at the top of her priorities. She's gone to great lengths to ensure he receives the best in both. After being homeschooled for a period, Barron moved to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, one of the most prestigious schools in the country. With its rigorous curriculum and holistic approach to student development, it was the perfect fit for a mother who wanted nothing but the best for her son's future. With tuition exceeding $40,000 a year, it's clear Melania spared no expense when it came to giving Barron a world-class education, one that would set him up for success. The legacy of Melania Trump. From strategic investments to devoted motherhood, Melania Trump continues to build a legacy that goes beyond the headlines. Her journey is one of unwavering ambition, sharp business sense, and unmatched dedication to her family, and it's only just getting started. Though Barron Trump may come across as reserved, there's much more to him than meets the eye. His passion for soccer is undeniable. He's been spotted refining his skills on the field and even training at some of the most prestigious academies. And standing at an impressive 6'9", he's not just tall enough to tower over both his parents, but also to turn heads wherever he goes. Those who know Barron best describe him as intelligent, focused, and someone who's content with a small circle of close friends and family. Despite her incredibly demanding schedule, Melania has always made sure to be hands-on when it comes to Barron's education and well-being. Even with hundreds of responsibilities, she makes time to personally care for him, cook meals, and ensure he feels loved and supported. The bond between Melania and Barron is undeniable. Whether they're attending public events together or simply enjoying quiet moments at home, their closeness is apparent to everyone around them. A close family friend once shared that Barron is her whole world, and it's clear to see why. Melania takes immense pride in him, not just as a mother, but as someone who's dedicated to ensuring he grows up grounded, well-educated, and surrounded by love. Barron Trump may keep a low profile, but there's no denying his sociable yet private nature. Donald Trump once shared that his son is not only intelligent, but also excels at his studies, proof that Melania's dedication to his education is paying off. But the question remains, what makes all of Donald Trump's children so successful? Is there a secret formula behind their confidence, compassion, and drive? Let's dive into the parenting principles that have shaped them into the high achievers they are today. Lesson 1. Education and core values come first. Ivana Trump, the matriarch who helped lay the foundation for her children's success, strongly believed in the power of discipline and structure. Her approach wasn't just about raising children. She was determined to instill core values, with education at the forefront. Ivana made sure her children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, understood that while they were growing up in luxury, success and humility don't come easy. She emphasized that wealth and status came with their own set of responsibilities. It wasn't enough to simply inherit a name. Ivana made it clear that they needed to earn their place in the world. Often, she included them in family business talks, teaching them the importance of hard work and resilience from an early age. Lesson 2. Balance ambition with compassion. Ivana wasn't just shaping future leaders. She was also molding her children to be compassionate compassionate, and grounded individuals. Her approach helped her kids balance ambition with a genuine care for others, teaching them that while it's important to pursue greatness, it's just as important to stay connected to those around you. Marla Maples raised her daughter Tiffany Trump with a focus on nurturing personal growth and kindness. She always encouraged Tiffany to chase her dreams with confidence, but also to remain grounded, calm, and empathetic. Marla's spiritual outlook on life played a big role in her approach to parenting, teaching Tiffany to value inner peace and to approach every situation with a positive mindset. Lesson 1. Encourage your kids to go after their dreams, but remind them to always stay compassionate and balanced along the way. Next, Melania Trump offers a powerful lesson on personal branding. Over the years, Melania has built a reputation as a model of elegance, poise, and uniqueness. From her days in the fashion industry to becoming the First Lady, she crafted an image that left a lasting impact. And this lesson wasn't lost on her son. Baron Melania has made sure to teach him the importance of presenting himself thoughtfully in public, a skill that will serve him well, no matter what path he chooses. Lesson 2. The power of personal branding can create a lasting legacy. Teach your children to be mindful of how they present themselves, both publicly and privately. Ivana Trump believed that the best way to teach her children about independence and work ethic was through example. She didn't just talk about hard work, she lived it. As a key player in the Trump empire, Ivana demonstrated that self-reliance and dedication are the keys to building something meaningful. Her actions spoke louder than words, proving that success is earned through consistent effort and commitment. Lesson 3. Lead by example. Show your children the value of hard work and independence by living those values yourself. Finally, both Ivana and Marla mastered the art of strategic networking, and they passed these skills on to their kids. Ivana made sure her children were involved in the business world early on, giving them opportunities to connect with influential people. Marla, on the other hand, encouraged Tiffany to build her own network, especially within the creative and academic circles, helping Tiffany create her own path to success. Lesson 4. Teach your kids the art of strategic networking. Help them build connections that will empower them throughout their lives. By surrounding their kids with powerful opportunities and environments that breed success, they gave them a head start in life. So which of the Trump wives do you find the most inspiring? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more incredible stories about the world's most fascinating people. Thanks for tuning in.